There's only 2 cruise lines that I would suggest.
Oh, man.
Oh, shh. Okay, you gotta be quiet, okay? Daddy's talking. There's only 2 cruise lines that I would suggest you take into consideration. Okay. I want to make a quick video because there's a topic that I think is really important. If you're thinking about cruising with a younger person like this, there's only 2 cruise lines that I would suggest you use if you have a child that's less than 3 years old. Those 2 cruise lines are Disney and Carnival. Let me give you a quick overview. So Disney, if you have kids, by far, Disney is the best cruise line you can go on. No question about it. It's totally catered to kids. They will babysit kids at 6 months old, and you can make reservations in advance in their nursery, and they will babysit kids without the adult, you, the parent, being there supervising for a rate of $4.50 per half hour. So it can get a little pricey, but to begin with, Disney is not the cheap cruise line. You know, Disney, you're gonna pay a premium, but if you go on a Disney cruise, you're gonna have an amazing time. And this kid is driving me crazy, and this is why we love to go on cruises that will babysit, because it gives the parents a few minutes, a few hours of rest and relaxation. During the day, we don't have a problem with the kids being with them. Sometimes we'll take them to camp, but if you do go to camp, they've got to be 3 years and above. Ethan doesn't qualify for that day camp. He only qualifies right now for night owls, which on Carnival you can do night owls from 6 months old to 11 or 12 years old. But at 10 p.m. we usually take the kids to night owls, and then that gives us a few hours to go out and have some fun. So I think Carnival, when it's all said and done, is a great option if you have kids that are less than 3 years old that you want to cruise with. We're taking a cruise in a couple weeks, and we're going on NCL, and I'm super excited about that. It's a new ship. It's going to be fun. I hope you check out those videos. I hope you subscribe. But we're leaving Ethan at home, and I'm super sad about that. Ethan doesn't turn 3 until December, and NCL's policy is that in order for you to leave the kids in their babysitting program unsupervised, they have to be 3 years or older. They only have 1 ship that they will take children less than 3 years, and that's not the ship that we're going on. So, you know, that's just the way it is. That's a policy, and you know, there's a lot of people that cruise that just don't want the headaches. You know, they're older, they don't have kids, or maybe they're just past the kid phase, and they don't want to be bothered by younger kids on the cruise. And I totally respect that and understand that. You know, so, you know, where NCL might attract more people that are kind of like in favor of no kids, we're going to be more attracted to something like Carnival because they're a little bit more kid friendly. And then maybe when we get older, we'll be less attracted to that because maybe we'll be totally sick and over kids. Who knows? But the point is, we're leaving Ethan at home, which kind of breaks my heart. And we're taking this cruise without him. On a positive note, we're taking Erika's nephew, who's like 14 years old and never been on a cruise before, and so I'm super excited for that because he's super excited about taking this cruise. So it's going to be fun. We have a group cruise that we're planning in May 2020, and that's a question that we've been getting a lot because a lot of our friends that are traveling on that cruise are coming with their kids, and their kids are younger. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing this group cruise on Carnival. So that's something to keep in mind. The other thing I really like about Carnival and Disney is that they give you cell phones. They're old school cell phones, but if there's an emergency, if they need to get in touch with you, you're gonna have that cell phone on you, and they can call you and they can get through to you. And the kids love it, you know. Aiden is going on his 5th cruise. He's 5 years old. Ethan's been on 4 cruises, no, 3 cruises, and he's almost 3. You know, I think cruising in general is just a great way to get out and explore and see a little bit of the world, and do it, have some fun, and do it in a fun, friendly, family type of way. So you know, cruising is not for everybody. The downside with cruising, and I hear this a lot, is that you're only in a specific port for a certain amount of time and you've got to come and go as the schedule permits. So yeah, that's not as exciting, but with all the factors that we really like about cruising, there's a few things that are maybe not as attractive, but those definitely don't outweigh all the things that we love about cruising. So hopefully that helps answer the question and helps you make a decision on a cruise line that you should take if you're considering a cruise with kids that are less than 3 years old. I'll put details about the current policy and the age requirements for a lot of cruise lines in the description or comments. But you know, Princess, for example, 3 years old. Holland America, 3 years old. Most cruise lines, it's 3 years and above. There's a couple exceptions. Carnival, Disney are those exceptions, and you can take a kid and do unsupervised babysitting at 6 months old, which is pretty cool. So hope that helped. Hope you're having a great day, and be sure to subscribe, check out our future videos, and talk to you soon.